guys, Savan here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to learn about hooks. So finally now we are getting introduced to the hooks, and hooks is just as similar to the states in the class-based components, but priorly we were not able to use states in the function-based components. With the help of hooks we can do so. So let's directly jump to the code part and understand it. So I have tried some new layout this time. I am adjusting both browser and my code editor in the same place, so you can see, and I don't have to keep changing the windows. I hope you are liking this. And I have already created a file named statehook.js, and let's create a functional component finally. And here I'm creating a button. First of all, let's do whatever is needed. Here let's say minus, let's just copy it once more, and here the plus, here displaying a span. So then let's initially we'll be writing right now 0. Let's just save it, refresh. Yeah, so looks good. And so now finally we'll be creating first use state hook. So we'll be going through different hooks in the different videos. So in this video we are focusing particularly on use state hook. So let's define the use state. First of all, let's import it. So you have to import it inside this curly braces here. In the same line you have imported the React, and here you can initially give the value whatever you want to give the value initially to that state. So here let's say I'm giving the values 0, and here you can declare your array of the state. Here that's like this. We do not use hooks just like that, like we do not declare first of all array, then we access the first 0th element, and then we access the first element. Do not do like that. We destructure the array, and inside of this square brackets, for at the first place we write the name of the state. In our case it will be count, and here's the second parameter which we are passing here is we get access to a function to set the value of this state here. So okay, so that's all. So you just have to write the name of the state here first, and then you have to write the name of the method with the help of which you are setting the state. Okay, so you will be seeing that most of the times you will be setting the function name as like set and then the name of this state. Okay, and here you can write the initial value of the state. Like if say, let's say here I have passed the name state, and then I can write here name Savan also or anything. Here we are passing a count, so I'll be writing 0 here, and here we can access the state just like that. We just have to write the state name. Let's save it, refresh. So as you can see, there's no change, it's displaying like that only. So now what we want to do here is when the button is getting clicked, I want to change the state of this count. Okay, let's say here we are getting access to a method, and here I'm creating a method named increment. Yeah, and I'm calling it, and here I'll be creating another method. Its name will be increment. Why is my Siri popping out? Yeah, so here, sorry, my bad. Here you have to write a decrement. Yeah, looks good. Decrement and increment, and of course it's giving error. So here we have to create the functions, and let's just say const increment equals to, let's create an arrow function here, guys. So here you just have to like you were setting the state in the class-based components, mentioning set state. Here it's a slight different. You have to write the set count instead of this curve brackets. You just have to set the value of the count. Simple. So here I'll be setting the value of the count to count -1. Looks good. And let me copy this and write it Sorry, I'm making mistakes again here. Light it for the increment here, just change the sign to plus. Yeah, what's it saying? Yeah, count is not defined. Yeah, looks good. And whenever I'm clicking on this button, it's changing the value. So as you can see here, so basically this way you can maintain the state in functional based components also with the help of hooks. So it was simple, guys, and there are some few rules which you have to keep in mind while using hooks. So first of all, let's try one more thing here. Let's say if I am decrementing the count 2 times here, then I'll be facing one error here. Let me save it and refresh, and as you can see here, the count is only getting decremented by 1 time here. In fact, it should be decremented by 2 times, because 1 time I am decrementing here and then 1 time again I am decrementing it here. Okay, so there's one catch here, guys. There's one more way in how you can set the count at the set state. So it basically gives you a callback. You can also use this method in the class based components also. Okay, and here you get access to what? Here you get access to a variable, any, like you get access to the previous state here, and here you can use that previous state, like let's say previous count -1, and you can also do that here. So you can do anything here, but here you get access to the initial state. Like let's say here I am setting the count, and here in place of the previous count, the value of this count will be passed to me. Okay, and the benefit of this is like whenever we are doing count -1 here 2 times, so then the value of the initial count was taken from here both times. Like here, let's say the initial value was 0, then here it was doing 0 -1, and again it was here doing 0 -1. So instead of doing that, here we are creating a function, and inside of that I am doing the -1, so it will update the count value after the completion of this line. Okay, so let's say here previous count again. Why am I making these mistakes? And yeah, now let's check it. Yeah, so now let's check it, and that's a minus. So yeah, as you can see here, it is doing the minus 2 times. Let's do it again, -2, -4, -6. So you can also set the state like this, and it gives you access to a callback function here. And yeah, so some things which you have to keep in mind while using states. So if you are declaring one or more state here, like let's say here I am doing more states. Let's say here I am doing a name, and here I am doing age, here I am doing a gender. So here also I have to change that. Yeah, so basically you understood it. Like you have to change, you are declaring one or more state here, then it will execute orderly. Like first of all this count where state will be executed, then this, then like turn by turn it will execute. Okay, and then one more thing you have to keep in mind is you cannot use state inside of if else block. Okay, like let's say if count greater than 0, execute, let's declare it here. I'm doing count 1. Yeah, so yes, so as you can see here, it is giving us error. React hook use state is called conditionally. React hooks must be called in the exact same order in every component render. Okay, so whenever this, so you cannot use those hooks inside of any conditional statement. So the hooks has to be rendered each and every time. So you have to mention it at the top of the function in the place of here only. You cannot, first of all, like here, let's say you make a function and then you cannot declare any hooks. You have to mention it at the top of the component, and you cannot do mention it inside any conditional statements. Okay, so that was some basics, and you have to keep in mind some things. So yeah, it was easy. So this way you can use hooks, and it is so easy. And so now you'll be able to create all the functions and practicals we perform in the class based components same way in the function based component also. You just have to mention the states like this, and you are able to do everything you did in the class based components. Okay, so that was all guys for the use state hook in React.js. Hope you understood it, and if you did, do mention it in the comment section down below. See you guys in the next one. Thank you.